Today we are doing a fuel system. So I'm doing this one by myself because Connor is busy welding the third oil pan. So it's using a fast diesel pump, 2 filters apparently. I don't know why. Why do they run 2 filters?
One separates water and one filters the fuel.
One separates water, one separates fuel. I don't know, sure. So off camera, I've already done 2 lines with Connor because he's extremely picky, and I know if I do them the way I want to do them, he will hate it. So that's why I have to slow him down and pull him from jobs, because I only speak the truth. When guys are like, you don't do anything, you just paint. Yes, that's right, because Connor is super anal about everything, and it's just easier that I just stay out of the way and let him do it. And this is his baby. This is his hot rod. So I paint, I film sometimes. Sometimes I upload a video, and Connor does all the work. So, and I can't wire for shit. So if you guys want electrical fire, let me wire up a tail light bulb. Irregardless, we are working with Performance World push lock fuel line and push lock fittings. So not all the fittings we're using, but just a couple I decided to bring over here and show you guys. So instead of the traditional AN line, it's all push lock. So basically, here's one out of the package already. So a whole bunch of spit lube on there. It goes together pretty quick. So Connor's got a couple fittings here off the tank. So here's the return, and then there's a feed, and then there's the engine line here. No, up here. So this feed's already done. And we're just gonna run a couple more lines and then start running up to where the motor should be, which is still over there. Guys, so as you can see, knocked that out. I'm not gonna make it sound like it was easy. I'm sweating and I'm out of breath. The biggest thing is you just wanna make sure that this washer here, you can see it spins. It's nice and tight though. It's not gonna go up and down. What?
I think they make a tool for that.
And this guy's
Slowly, I think they make a tool.
constantly interrupting. So I mean, the biggest thing with this line is it's affordable. It's relatively easy to work with. I mean, AN is probably just as difficult to put together. So it's affordable, super flexible. So if you're dealing with a line that you want to kind of get into a weird spot, there's lots of flex, lots of give. So it's easy to work with in that regard. All right, guys, so off camera, finished running these fuel lines along the frame rail here. And Connor had his buddy, what is this called again?
3D print
some
goodies here. Building stuff in 2024 or 2025 or whatever it is now is awesome, because you just, you know, do something on the computer and then send it to your buddy and he prints you these things and they work just mint. Okay, so you can see the profile on here, how it's like narrower on the bottom. They just click onto the fuel line. So like you go over here and the fuel line just clicks inside of them. So you can use it as a spacer if you want it. And then I put the bolt hole down the middle for a number 10 machine screw. Printed kind of gross, but it's okay. This was rendition number 1. Plenty strong. And this would be something cool to make out of aluminum, but like, why would you have to make it out of aluminum when plastic works?
So before we go any further, so the biggest reason for doing this opposed to some other...
Oh, P-clamps are ugly.
Not only that, but these, so this was made for 2 different fuel line sizes.
Yeah, so we got a -8 feed and a -6 return from the motor. And apparently nobody on Amazon makes this, which is weird. So I figured we'll just print one. And quite honestly, we're just gonna be printing more of these things for, you know, later. I might have to get my own printer. Brett did a beauty job running this stuff.
You can be honest. Connor has got, I don't know, what is it called?
Yeah.
Like ADHD?
OCD.
OCD, yeah, it's the same thing as ADHD.
Details matter, okay?
So this one's a little off, but you know what? The brake line's right there, the air line. This one's, you know what? So it's okay.
We might have to change it when we get back.
You've already said that the shock is the lowest part of the car, and this will be fine.
If that breaks off, it'll be pretty... I'm gonna laugh, but
no, you won't, because we'll run over it probably.
Yeah, but it's durable fuel line because from PW. This was an absolute disaster. But with the help of Performance World and their catalog and Brett's pile of extra hose, we were able to make this mess work for the oil cooler filter adapter thing. Yeah, the oil cooler is in here, and if I deleted that, then I wouldn't have an oil cooler. And on a diesel, you kind of want that because it's not good when the oil gets hot. Stuff starts to melt. So PW-10 fittings on all of this. They even gave me some weld bungs, and I made a cap for this, welded the bung on so you can see the cooler's actually inside of this plate, which I hand-dandily cut up with my router. You have literally never had an issue with any of the Performance World stuff. It goes together like butter, and overall, great to work with. I do need a set of soft jaws because I absolutely foobarred these fittings up when I was putting them together with my steel.
This guy's built how mmany cars, how many AN lines, does not own a single AN wrench.
No, I need to invest. We got the Willwoods on.
So what was the reason for going with the Willwood brake? Aside from it being four-wheel drums from the factory.
Okay, so this thing had four-wheel drums, and you can't put a Hydro Boost on a drum setup, and I wasn't putting vacuum booster on here because it's a diesel. Remat stuff is starting to become so garbage that I don't want to like have problems with reman parts, even though I save like $300. So $300 in the grand scheme of things when you're building this is not worth having leaky, crappy garbage brakes. As you can see here, Brett brought the fuel lines up behind the Hydro Boost. Push lock ends, you know, nice fittings on here. Boom, dealt with.
Push lock fittings, if you're ever dealing with straights, don't bother trying to push them into the palm of your hand. Take it, put the fitting in it, push it on the ground, done. Instantly done. Don't bother ruining the palm of your hands for nothing. All right, Connor.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. Hey, is that a new sweater you got?
It is a new sweater.
Oh, what does it say? Wow, that's nice.
It says the shop.
Is there anything on the back?
It doesn't say the body shop, but that's gonna be our next one.
We're gonna eat down in Florida because apparently there's snow.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that considering it's cold here. Like what, vacation, what?
So we're basically, it's supposed to be -3 when we leave. And it's gonna be actually colder the further south we drive. So we're actually leaving nice weather for worse weather. Yeah, and Orlando is completely shut down because there's snow there.
My dad was saying this morning that the cold front ends, which is like 0 degrees or 32 or whatever. It's like St. Louis, which is far away. Irregardless, we got this thing wired up. Brand new custom wiring harness for this. We showed absolutely 0 of that because it's pretty boring to watch someone wire for 2 weeks in a row. But anyways, yeah.
10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend, or?
Unless you really know what you're doing. I don't mean to like, you know, hype myself up, but like, unless you know what you're doing like I do, don't even bother trying this.
Wow, that's not,
it is
totally not at all.
It is not easy to do, not easy to figure out, takes forever, and it's expensive. I'm over $2,000 in wiring parts, 2,000 Canadian dollars.
Oh, it's plumbed, it's got oil.
It's got oil, it's got transmission lube. The wiring works. It's got no coolant and no exhaust and no boost tubes.
So what are the odds of it starting out?
Pretty high. It's a diesel and I built it. What kind of question is that?
I've actually never heard this thing run, so we're gonna see for the first time if it runs. It's a diesel Cadillac. It is so weird hearing this coming from this.
It has no exhaust. It's straight out the downpipe right now.
How is this thing quieter than my Acadian with 2 resonators and 2 mufflers? That sounds so good. Oh my goodness. I don't know, you guys got to drop a thumbs up or a like on this. That sound coming from this car.
I got to figure out how to set up the edge.
Dude.
Anyways, also, side note, whose caddy has a built-in trailer brake controller?
This thing sounds so rowdy.
Oh, it doesn't even have the vibrant exhaust in yet.
The fact that this thing sounds like that.
Dude. I'm telling you, we're gonna be making a poll in this thing, not with the trailer. Cam told me I'm not allowed to give her the beans with the trailer. I will snap the input shaft.
Oh.
But
Well,
she gonna
thanks
be,
for telling him that, Cam, because
She gonna be rowdy. Yeah, because I definitely would. I definitely would.
this drive is stressing me out already. So thanks, Cam. Plus, you know what? It's probably saving grace in that diff. Open diff life, a little bit of ice, grabs traction. Who knows?
I can't believe you don't trust my open diff.
It's not that I don't trust it. I don't trust you.
It has no
There's a
oil in it.
difference.
It has
Ooh.
no oil in it.
Yeah, I heard.
Huge dub. We are 1 day away from leaving.
What?
1 day.
Do I ask you? How do you feel?
I feel like $1 million.
How many coffees have you had today?
This is only the second one. Well, at least I know there's oil in it. I didn't check how much. I just dumped about what I thought was 9 liters in there.
This is why I'm stressed. I think I dumped enough. I didn't measure. I have no idea.
Okay. If you want to remember, this is my hot rod. I do what I want with it. There's also not enough transport.
Yeah, but it's also my life when it's minus 40 and this thing's locked up because you put 3.5 liters of fucking oil in it. Oops. 3.5
when
liters
I
of
find
oil.
the oil, when I find the oil pressure and it's at 0, I will know that there's not enough oil.
When I find it. This is the last video we make before we leave.
Yeah,
And
so
we're planning to take this still.
stay tuned because this is gonna be a fun 26 hours or whatever.
30, 28.
It keeps changing.
So as of right now, South Georgia Motorsports Park apparently has snow. Florida has snow. The beaches and the ocean, whatever, has snow.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be down there in a couple days, and I don't know. But this is gonna be the last video you guys see before we leave. And the next video you guys see will be either us leaving in the truck or leaving in the Cadillac.
We're leaving in the Cadillac.
Connor's not taking no for an answer.
I am not taking no for an answer. I'm gonna slave here. Anyways, thanks for watching. This thing is sick, and I can't wait to enjoy it. So stay tuned.